If we are going to be live in moments, welcome everyone. It is a late night tonight, but I think I might have fixed the issue we often have, which is no, I haven't. Oh my God, that's terrible. I haven't fixed it. I didn't. I thought I did. Hi everyone, welcome. Welcome to you for a live Living Theosophy. Well, they're little shorts is what I call them, little Living Theosophy shorts. So let me see if I can get in here and be able to talk to you. Welcome. Some of you may be not watching from HAPS. We're not doing HAPS. I'm frozen there. That's fine. Let's see. Hang on one second. I thought I fixed it. I'm not sure how people do it, but I say that every time. Welcome tonight, everyone. We're going to be talking about the powers latent in man, which is part of our third objective. And really quick, these little shorts that I do on the weekend, I try to keep them short. This one is a very valuable one, though, because we're going to be, don't see it yet. Where is it? There we are. One person is watching. Welcome to my one person watching. How are you? Welcome. It is a Saturday night. I usually don't do them this late, but hopefully I can see the chat if I do that. And we're going to be talking about the third objective, which is to investigate the unexplained laws of nature and the powers latent in man, in you. Now, I wanted to do this because the most popular videos on this channel are from the William Walker Atkinson, aka Yogi Ramashiraka book, which this is it. This is the original book that I found in a bookstore. This is the 14 Lessons in Yogi Philosophy and Oriental Occultism. You hear me talk about it all the time. Well, what I'm thinking, hi there, Carol Ann. Hi, Carol Ann. Welcome, sweetheart. It's an intimate crowd, but that's okay. I do these at different times. It's not important. It's quality, not quantity. And intimate is good. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about, Carol Ann, how are you tonight? I wanted to talk about the most popular videos on this channel. And they are years old. And the book is actually from 1904, but the teachings are ancient. It is on the astral world and also the psychic influence, which is a very popular, actually it's on this channel. It is an episode, which is actually a chapter in this book. It's an audio book. And then the telepathy and clairvoyance. People are coming in for these. And I think that I need to start giving you what you're coming in for. And I think it's imperative that we start paying attention to the third objective of the Theosophical Society of Theosophy, which is to investigate the unexplained laws of nature and the powers latent in man. So if we're going to do that, let's do it right. Let's talk about these powers that are latent inside of us. Everybody's looking for this. Everybody's looking to access the, these abilities. And why? Carol Ann, let me ask you, why do you think that people want to access their higher faculties? Everybody has the ability to do so. Everybody has the ability to do so. But I thought, since you guys are going nuts for Atkinson, and he just wrote these down. These are, channeled is a terrible word, I think, because it's been so overused, but he wrote these teachings down and they are timeless. They truly are. I'm going to begin a series here on the secret of mental magic, which was written down by William Walker Atkinson, which talks about the ability to be able to co-create your life with your thoughts and with your emotions, which is so huge right now. It is known as the law of attraction. It is also known as the law of assumption. It is known in the secret as the power of the mind, all of that. So it is ancient and it is in the Theosophical teachings. And I'm going to be talking about it tonight, just a little bit. I'm also going to be beginning a series so we can learn together. And then I was going to share some of my experiences with you. But it's, hi, Jody. Hi, Jody. Welcome. Did you start reading The Voice of the Silence? Good. Really quick. I've got to turn on this fan. I'm so sorry. It's 8,000 degrees here, which is great, but I hope that doesn't interrupt our audio. If it does, I apologize. Jody, listen, if you're here and you're new and you're wondering, what are they talking about, The Voice of the Silence? If I get up and get it, you'll see my pajamas. But anyway, oh God, okay. The Voice of the Silence is a powerful text. If you're going to begin in your studies of Theosophy, I highly recommend it. It's here on the channel. It's voiced for you, so you can listen to it and read along. If you'd like to get a free copy of The Voice of the Silence, go to the Living Theosophy bookshop on livingtheosophy.com, which is under reconstruction now. But if you go to the bookshop, you can just click the free audiobook section. You can get a free copy of it. To some, it may be a beautiful, antiquated metaphysical poem. To others, it is the instruction for living. To me, they are the instructions for life. So well done, you, Jody. Thank you for being here. There's 8 of you here. 8? That's a big crowd for these. Welcome, everyone. Please feel free to talk in the chat if you want. I am going to try to keep this short, but I think this is a very important one because we are talking about the powers latent in man. The most popular videos on this channel are about psychic powers, clairvoyance, telepathy, the astral world, travel while in sleep. And I'm thinking, why not go right for where people are coming in? They want this. Let's give it to them. And it isn't something that is exclusive to the teachings of Neville Goddard or the folks that were in The Secret or any of that. It is ancient, and you will see it in all of the sacred texts. Yes, all of the sacred texts. They're there. And so I think there's a few of them that actually, it's Goddard who does the Bible and actually talks about how we're looking at what is inside of us, this consciousness that is inside of us. So I wanted to read to you a couple things here before we go too far. Really quick, this is what we're going to begin a series on. I'm going to try to do them once a month, possibly more. I think they're more important. We might go to once a week on these. The name of the book, which I will have in the bookshop for you for free, is called The Secret of Mental Magic by William Walker Atkinson. So he's writing now as his name Atkinson. He has written as The Three Initiates, The Kabbalion. He's written that along with Anna Kingsford and Edward Maitland. He has also written the 14 Lessons in Yogi Philosophy and Oriental Occultism as Yogi Ramacharaka. But anyway, in the back of this book, he writes, I consider these lessons to be my most important work. Now that's a very big statement, his most important work. And let me see if I can move this over. I read this too. They are along new lines, and they are radical in the treatment given the subject. They are meant for strong men and not milk for babes. There is no bromide or pink tea effects in them. They are vital, radical, and positive. Their message is strength. All truth that is worthwhile renders its possessor stronger. If any teachings cannot stand this test, discard them. Nature's law is toward producing strong individuals. Fall in with it and nature will come to your aid. For then you will be one of its chosen ones. Now this doesn't mean anything about you being spectacular or different or whatever. It's talking about working with nature. Then you will be actually one with nature to be able to make the world a better place. So hang on, hold that thought, okay? Fall in with the law of evolution. Do not run contrary to it. In the one case, you are nourished, supported, strengthened, and encouraged. In the other, you are relentlessly crowded out by the operations of the law. Okay. He also writes here, there exists an universal dynamic principle of life, pervading all space, immanent in all things, manifesting in an infinite variety of forms in life and energy or force. Now, I'm not just going to read to you. I'm reading to you now because I want you to understand what I'm seeing in this text. And we're going to begin some lessons where it will be translated into modern day language. So, and the essential inner nature of that universal principle is mind, not brain, mind. The energy or force of that principle is no respecter of persons, okay? It doesn't matter who you are, it still works. You can use it for good, you can use it for bad, it works, all right? Its services are open to all and it operates in response to the proper effort, no matter by whom it may be exerted. But the proper effort must be exerted, consciously or unconsciously, or else there will be no operation of the forces. Now, what I want to say here now is very important. This law is being used right now. It is being used by you without you knowing it, without you knowing that it's happening. And it's also being used by people who know how to use it to control the masses. So it has been used for good and bad. Think of it as soil. Often they mention it as soil. The subconscious is soil. Whatever you plant in it will grow. So you can plant weeds, you can plant poison, you can plant roses, you can plant medicinal plants to heal the world. Whatever it is you put in there will grow. So these teachings, again, timeless. They are not just 100 years old. They're not just from the movie The Secret in 2006. They are ancient. And I've read this before I start getting into this, in the Isis Unveiled, as we go into Isis Unveiled, can I pull this up or did I move it? Oh, I must have moved it. No, I didn't. Hang on. Okay. In Isis Unveiled, which is Blavatsky, okay, she is writing this: as God creates, so man can create. This is a theosophical text. Given a certain intensity of will, and the shapes created by the mind become subjective. Hallucinations they are called, although to their creator they are real, as any visible object is to anyone else. Given a more intense and intelligent concentration of the will, and the form becomes concrete, visible, objective, and the man has learned the secret of secrets. He is a magician. So here we come to the point where people are thinking, well, the law of attraction has been used to describe people being able to, get a better job, get a nice car, manifest a house. I've got a story coming up about that. Repair a relationship, change your health. All of that is true. It is absolutely the truth. It works. It absolutely works. But then what? What happens after you achieve those things? Could you not use this ability that is within you, that is latent? And the meaning of the term latent doesn't mean just dormant. It just means hidden or concealed, not yet developed. It's there. If you want to develop it, it works. What happens after you get these material things? You can't take those with you. Your pockets will be empty when you leave here. Why not use these abilities for good for all beings on this planet? So 9 of you are here. Please comment in the chat if you'd like to be a part. If not, no worries. You're welcome here. And on the rewatch, please leave a comment. I do try to get back to the comments. Things are getting very busy here at Living Theosophy, and I mean very busy. Really quick, before I get into the story, I want to tell you, this is, anyway, I wanted to tell you here on the channel, we will have every month. I find these so valuable. Every month in the middle of the month on the 15th or about there, we have what's been called Theosophy for Kids, but it's really timeless teachings for little ones. Okay, these are the theosophical teachings coming in for the early humans to learn about death, and to learn about why bad things happen to good people, and to learn about balance and self-responsibility and being, overcoming your lower self and understanding the bigger picture. These are so valuable. They're every month with Kathy Gann. We have another one coming up next week. We also have Theosophical gathering circles where we get together and we just talk about things, and you're always welcome to be there. Those happen once a month on the last Wednesday of the month. We have got an elementary Theosophical class where you can learn these teachings, and it's free. You just show up. That's going to be happening here. We have the interviews like we had with Tapashri Ganguly. We have Eddie Villamoria coming up. Petra Meyer is coming back. It's crazy busy. And we're going to be having an app. We will have a Living Theosophy UND app. Very excited about that. So anyway, okay. I wanted to tell you this ability, this law of your thoughts and your emotions creating your world. Everything is an extension of you. You heard that all the time. You hear that in the teachings where they say the physical world is an extension of your physical body. It's you. So everything is a mirror reflected back at you. Okay, so there's far more than just this linear time that we see, this 3D world and the world of our 5 senses. This would be considered a 6th sense. Now, I have been experiencing this, but I didn't really know or didn't really trust it. Let me tell you a story. In Totnes, we were looking to rent a home, and we lived in a really kind of a cramped, crappy place. And there was this absolutely gorgeous place that was 15th century, just a beautiful home. And it looked like a Harry Potter house. It was absolutely beautiful. And what we had put down on this little vision board just for fun, because we were going to just try out this law. We wrote down all the things that we wanted in a house. And this is before we knew about this 15th no, 16th century house, sorry, 16th century. We put that we wanted a garden. We wanted it to be near the train station so Christopher could go to work. We wanted it to be a period home. We wanted it to have character. We wanted it to have 3 bedrooms. We wrote down that we wanted to have a ghost. And we wanted to have that it was quiet, that it was close to, for Alex to be able to go to school, that it was private between the rooms, all these different things. We just wrote down what we wanted in the house. Then we took a picture of a house, took a picture offline and put it with these things. And I just stuck it to my bulletin board and I forgot about it. And then we came across this beautiful home that was a 16th century home. We just saw it. Christopher had seen it and he says, I want to show you this beautiful house. And oh my God, it's so beautiful. And it wasn't, we don't know if it was for sale or if it was for rent. Our rent was relatively medium to low because we're made of matchsticks. But this home, when we saw the outside of it, we never even saw the inside, but we just loved this house. And I thought, oh, well, why don't we go ahead and try to practice these teachings? Okay, just practice how it feels to be in this home and see forward and to go ahead and not only visualize, but become if we lived there and just pretend. Okay, I don't want to say pretend because it's more than that. It's a knowing. But what we did is he took me to go see the house, walked by it. Absolutely amazing. Seriously, a Harry Potter house. And I said, between here and the end of the bridge, tell me what it looks like inside. He goes, oh, no, that's silly. I don't want to do that. I said, just tell me what it looks like inside. He said, I don't know. The cats are around the corner and there's paintings on the wall. I said, good. What color's the walls? And he told me about the walls, told me about the carpets, told me about the floors, told me about the garden. He just imagined. And I said, what time are you getting home? And he said, 3 p.m. And he's home at 3 p.m. off the train. He's in the house and he's closing the door behind him, just little things like that. So we just played a little bit. And then the next day I was thinking, I go, well, maybe what if we took this law and actually acted on it? So when I had my dentist appointment, which was right across from the house, not far, on the way back from the dentist appointment, I looked at the house and I thought, I'm going to take my keys out. I don't want to creep them out, but I took my keys out of my pocket and I walked up to the front door and I put my key up to the door like I was going to go into the house. And I didn't know what the people inside were going to think. It was weird, but I did that every time I was walking by the house for like a week. And then I thought, well, because I would just do it really quick, just kind of like, I'm going home. This is the key going in the door. And it was just a little bit of play and we'd laugh about it. And I said, oh, I saw the house today, blah, blah, blah. Then I had to go back up to the dentist. And on the way back from the dentist, I thought, there's no for rent sign. There's no nothing there. I'm going to take my business card. And I wrote, if this house ever comes up for rent, can you let us know? Or if it's available for sale, not that we could buy it, but I just stuck it through the door. And then I went home. And there's still 9 of you here. Everybody, that's great. Audience retention. I don't know. I always watch these back and I go, how is that possible? But anyway, so I stuck my card through the door. And it was that night at dinner, I said, oh my gosh, I went up to the house today and I stuck my card through the door and said, if this ever comes available, let us know. And so we have dinner. It's around 8 o'clock at night. I get a call. It's that same night. I get a call and I don't recognize the number, but I notice it's a town nearby. And I think it has to do with another meeting. And I'm thinking, oh God, I don't want to take this call. It's so late, but I picked it up. I said, hello. And he said, yes, is this Ann? And I said, yeah, this is Ann. He says, my name is Jeff and I'm the owner of, Bridgetown, this house. And I went, oh my God. He goes, it's weird that you put your name through the door because they just gave their notice and it's available for rent. And I went, oh my God, it was a really big deal. So I ran downstairs and I told Christopher and he was like, there's no way, that just doesn't happen. And I go, well, it happened. But the big thing was, how are we going to pay for it? And how much was it? Because it's a beautiful home. And so our rent was maybe, I'll tell you, I might as well tell you, it was like $700. And this was it's a big house, gorgeous. And we went up there to go look at it and we fell in love with it. It was 10,000 times better than what we thought. And he wanted like $500 more a month than we could pay. And I offered him a lowball price and he said, no, I can't do it for that. And we were just absolutely devastated, just devastated. And I mean, seriously, like heartbroken because it was like the perfect house. Then 2 days after that, I was in Glastonbury with Christopher and we're thinking, instead of waiting for us to come up with the cash to get that, let's use this law to flip things. So let's go ahead and say we can pay this amount of money and figure out a way to find the money. And so I called him back, hit him with another couple hundred. And he says, fine, it's yours. And so we got the house, which is great. We were able to rent it. We ended up renting it for 5 years, and it was the most beautiful home. It became such a gorgeous place for us to be able to live right there in Totnes, and it's still there. It's absolutely, it was the perfect home in the perfect place. And I guarantee the only thing that wasn't on that list that we had written down, the only thing that wasn't on the list in a house is there was a fireplace. We wanted this big fireplace, but it was built in. It was actually covered up. There was one. That's the only thing that wasn't on that little list. So anyway, the reason I'm telling you this story, and there's always been enough money too. Every month there was enough money to pay that rent that we didn't have. So what I'm telling you is this law of being able to, you can have anything that you desire. That's the truth. If you put your mind to it, change your thoughts, change your emotions, and actually use the tools that you've been given to not only create the life that you desire, but after that, after you get what it is that you need to keep you happy and quiet, then let's go use these to go ahead and help the rest of humanity. Why not use this ability to help mankind, to help ease the unnecessary suffering of all beings on our planet? So what I'm thinking is we'll begin a series about the secrets of mental magic. This is the secret. This is what you see in the law of attraction videos, all these gurus coming on. I've thought about doing this for a while, but I thought I just don't want to get involved with people making more money or buying a yacht. I mean, but you can do that. You can do anything that you set your mind to. And all of it is mind. As a matter of fact, going into that in the Kabbalion, which is also, again, written down by William Walker Atkinson, he says the Hermeticists teach that the great work of influencing one's environment is accomplished by mental power. All of this consciousness, everything is energy, all of this consciousness that comes in and creates all of this, you are a part of that. And remember the avatars coming in saying, all of this that I can do, you can do as well. You don't just do it for party tricks. You don't just do it for a big red sports car. You do it for the best interest of all. So anyway, the universe being wholly mental, it follows that it may be ruled only by mentality. And in this truth is to be found an explanation of all the phenomena and manifestations of the various mental powers which are attracting so much attention and study in these early years of the 20th century. Now, this was written 100 years ago, 115 years ago. Back of and under the teachings of the various cults, don't freak out, and schools, remains ever constant the principle of the mental substance of the universe. Okay, I want you to listen to this, please. If the universe be mental in its substantial nature, then it follows that mental transmutation must change the conditions and phenomena of the universe. If the universe is mental, then mind must be the highest power affecting its phenomena. If this be understood, then all the so-called miracles and wonder workings are seen plainly for what they are. The all is mind. The universe is mental. Now that is what we have control over, our minds. So why don't we put this to good use? 12 of you here, quiet group. You're certainly welcome to comment if you want. I really didn't know if I should share this, if I should start this this thing. I wanted to start I am going to start it. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm not only going to start this course with you, and I'm going to be sharing this with you, and we're going to be doing it together. Because all my life, all of our lives, we are creating our lives. If you've heard like attracts like, you've heard all that, right? If you're in a state of worry, fear, stress, drama, that's what you're going to get. All right. You change your thoughts, you change your life. So if you change your life, you can change the world, because the world around you will change. You will change. You change, and then things around you change. It's true. So you can't change other people by force or manipulation, or you can't do it by force. You can't. I mean, you could try, and we've been doing that for thousands of years, but you can change by changing you. And when you raise that vibration or your consciousness, whatever you want to call it, you will find that things begin to change. So think about what it is you'd like to have and do. What is it that you'd like to have? What would make you calm, happy, and peaceful so you can get to work? What would you like? What would calm your mind? Is it a relationship? A lot of these channels are about getting an ex back. I don't know why people would want to do that, but people want to do that. And there are thousands, hundreds of thousands of people coming in for that. People are coming in wanting to get wealth. People are coming in wanting to get health. People are coming in wanting to get a job or success. All of those things are possible, all of them. But I ask you, then what? Once you get those things, then what? Why not put this law to good use? It is real, it works. And we're going to be having a course, Mental Magic it's called. These are just the beginning. The power is latent, the abilities latent in man. And I believe that once we access these, that we will be able to evolve into what we're supposed to be. Right now, we're letting life happen to us, and we're victims in all this vulnerable BS. Why don't we make it happen? Why don't we start to make it happen? So we're going to do it together. So that's, oh, thank you. Hi there, Samuel. Samuel says, good afternoon, Ann Kelly. Please continue. Let's talk. Where should we start? I'm just wrapping up, Samuel. Really quick, I do these every weekend. I do a little short, and we just sit and talk. I usually share what is going on in my life, in my mind. And I have actually been applying this particular law in order to change negative thinking. And I thought once that happens, once I realign, because you'll watch when you are going through these to try to get an outcome, you have to change yourself. You have to become positive, confident, happy, whole in order for good, wonderful things to happen to you. It's interesting because you end up changing yourself, and then other things begin to change. So Samuel, I'm wrapping this up actually because I want to keep them short. They're Theosophical shorts. This one is on the latent abilities in man because the most popular videos on this channel are always that. And I also see quite an upswing, a big reemergence of the law of attraction. And I thought, instead of it just stopping with Neville Goddard, yes, he brought forth some amazing stuff last century, but this stuff is ancient. And it does have roots in Theosophy and the ancient teachings, all of them. So let's bring it back. Let's go all the way back to the beginning of time. These came from ancient Egypt and beyond. So thank you for being here with me tonight. I know I talked too long. How long was it? How long was long? Sorry. Okay, so stick around next week. We have Kathy Gann and Timeless Teachings for the Kids, Timeless Teachings for the Youth. And we'll be having the Mental Magic series that'll be beginning soon. And thank you for being here. If you enjoyed this, please share. I did babble a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. Because it's important. It's important to be organic and natural and real and share with you what Theosophy means to me and why I study it. And this is a part of it. So we're going to do that. And I'll see you soon. I love you. Thank you, Samuel. Oh my God. Hi, Rip. Rip, I do like real questions. But I'm not going to get into it with you on here. I'm not going to be in a debate thing with you. I just am not going to do that. If you don't like what you see here, I ask you to please scroll on. You're certainly welcome here. You're always welcome here, but you're also welcome to find something that suits you better. But I'm not going to get into it with you. I just won't. I shall not engage. I love you. I'll see you guys later. And next week, I'll be back again, but I'll see you on Wednesday night for Kathy Gann and Timeless